There we go. George, how are you doing?
Not too bad, thank you. All
Good,
good.
good, good, good. Yeah, I just wanted to use this 15 to 20 minutes just to go through experiences of working with myself over the last 3.5 months in the hope that it will kind of help somebody else who may be thinking about reaching out for some help, consider an alcohol-free program. So
Mhm.
I've known you obviously for 3.5 months through this program, but if I could just hand it over to you to introduce yourself, say who you are and what you do.
Well, I'm George. I'm a tarmacker by trade. I am quite an active person, but alcohol was having a massive effect in the end. So it was bringing me down, as well as my job, relationships, things like that. So I basically reached out to you, Mike, for some help as I seen you advertised, and yeah, three and a half months down the line, still sober. So it's all
Amazing.
going.
Amazing. Yeah, fantastic. And yeah, I just really sort of acknowledge the effort you put into this, George. I think you was just really wanting to just crack on and just get it done. But I guess my first question was kind of when we met, what was the biggest challenge or frustration that you felt just before we started working together?
Just emotions, really. Just how I dealt with them. Like, because I live on my own, basically. Don't live with my girlfriend. It's sometimes I would struggle being bored or something had happened in my life, and I'd get frustrated about it. And the easiest thing to do was drink. So it's like, but I was then drinking the next day because I couldn't handle, didn't like the way I felt. So I was just like, first thing I did was bang, have a drink. I actually spoke about this to my sister this morning because she was hungover. She
Mm,
FaceTimed. And she was like, I was like, do you not want to go and have a drink now? She was like, no, it's the worst thing ever. I was like, see, that's where I was
right.
like, no, I want to have a drink. So I was waiting outside the shop at 9 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
waiting for it to open. Do you know what I mean? That's my biggest thing. And I was actually thinking about it today,
Right.
like how far I've come, how much I've overcome. Because people
Yeah.
don't think of it as a big thing, but it is when you look back at it, with the feel the way I do now, feel healthy and stuff. It's like, I was a mess. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's not.
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, thanks for sharing that, George. And yeah, because we finished working together a couple of weeks ago. So you must be on like 125, 130 days now.
It's actually, I'm thinking you might be right. Might be 126.
Amazing. Fantastic.
126 days today.
Yeah, awesome. That's fantastic. Yeah. So what made you decide to work with me and invest in the program?
Well, I've done it before with, like I said, with other people, but yours just looked a bit different. It was alcohol-free coaching. It was like it wasn't. Do you know what I mean? You weren't going to tell me certain things. You wasn't going to try and. So it just seemed different for alcohol-free life. That's what I want.
Mm, yeah,
But
yeah,
I didn't want the therapy
yeah.
side of things really. Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense. So it was like it sort of come quite well. Although we've gone through some stuff and I've spoke about certain things that I wouldn't speak to with anyone else. So it sort of just joined together and it was perfect for me
Brilliant.
because you didn't put that pressure on me to be like, if you don't do this, you got to do this. It was more you set the foundations for me and I just carried it on.
Yeah,
Different
thanks for
tool,
that. Yeah.
used a lot of different tools in terms of what other people do. And it's worked for me. So
Brilliant. Yeah, and yeah, it was I guess it was that like forward facing, looking at kind of stuff we can implement, what your kind of habits were like. And yeah, I guess I wasn't telling you, it was just kind of highlighting maybe what your life looked like and maybe what we could do to kind of change a few bits and pieces.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like went through certain things that I never looked at myself. So it's like it sort of just it did work massively.
Amazing. And what were your thoughts, initial thoughts or feelings during the first few weeks of working together?
I don't know, just excitement really to see where it went. Like because I don't know, it's just it I had a different mindset from from before. Obviously, when you rang for the half an hour to see who I was and to get
Mm,
introduced and stuff was completely different compared to my
yeah,
first session.
yeah.
So it was like it was more excitement than anything. So I was like, this is going to be the start of something. And now I'm going into the new year, 4 months over sober. So
Yeah.
I'm still excited now, even though it's been 4 months. It's still early days. Do you know what I mean? So
Amazing. And it is early days, yeah. And I've been saying to all my clients that have been finishing in December that it's almost like a benefit you've got for this January now because we're going to January now, don't we? And it's like a lot of people are doing alcohol-free January. And I think it just gives you that sort of advantage if you're like 4 months ahead of everybody and you're almost going to have 5 months at the end of January.
But that's it. That's what I was talking to my girlfriend about. It's like all these people that go, "Oh, it's my New Year's resolution. I'm not going to drink or whatever." I've already done that.
Yeah,
That's done. That doesn't even need to be thought about. I can think of something else now.
yeah,
So
amazing. Love that. Love that.
that's
And
the
what
best.
specific breakthroughs or results have you experienced since starting the program?
In terms like my health mainly,
Brilliant.
um, and I'm seeing a lot from the gym now. Like I used to have 2, 3 weeks off at a time, and when I was going, I
Mm.
didn't do it as much as I like. It's part of my lifestyle now,
Yeah.
and that was a big thing for me. So everything that I've wanted to do whilst I was drinking, I've been able to do sober. I've actually brought it into my life. Basically,
Mm.
it's madness. It's like relationships with my girlfriend mainly. My family obviously still drink and stuff, but I've I've torn come away from a lot of people. I don't just do things for people either. Like I've
Mm.
chose myself. That's the main
Mm.
one. I think I chose myself more than anything.
Love that.
The
Yeah, love
biggest
that.
breakthrough that is I've made myself happy instead of everyone around me.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that when we was working together, there was maybe excuse me, not to call them friends, more of acquaintances that I felt that you kind of distance yourself from, and maybe more boundaries with certain people. Yeah, and yeah, yeah, it's interesting that. Yeah, yeah, I really
Yeah.
noticed that.
I understand you have to do
Mm.
certain things to make people happy that are close to you and stuff, but I was doing it to an extent of I was making people happy in terms of they wanted to drink with me, or I was the person to go to have a good time. Whereas I was like, look, not like that now. I'm on a good path. I don't want to be surrounded by. I'll never belittle anyone that's like, doing it, but it's not. I'm trying to come away from that life, so that's the main thing that I've succeeded in. I think instead of
Yeah,
just giving in and going to do things for other people, I've done it for myself.
yeah, brilliant. And there might have
Mm.
been some slight answers within this next question, but how have the sessions impacted your personal, professional life, or overall well-being?
Um, what do you mean?
So yeah, kind of like I guess I know you mentioned in work you'd started to kind of people have started to notice your change and how much more productive and helpful you kind of were becoming. And I think in your personal life you mentioned some other sort of benefits that had happened from sort of ditching the booze as well.
Yeah, so it's in work. I've excelled massively. Like,
Mm,
sounds big-headed, but I'm good at my job. But
mm,
it's very it's hard on the body, so it's like I'm just performing way better. The
mm,
bosses are seeing it. So I had my works due. When was it? Last Friday, and the amount of respect I got off people higher up and people in the pub because I wasn't a mess. As usually I'll be a mess. Then it's nice. It's a lot nicer. So like that's the main thing. Socially, I'm getting more respect than I did when I was drinking.
yeah, yeah,
People are noticing it, or people say, "Oh, you're looking really well," or
yeah,
things like that, and that just boosts your confidence up massively. I'm getting more confident as a person.
yeah. Brilliant.
I
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
confident like anyway, but in terms of having alcohol in my system and being an idiot, basically thinking,
Mm.
"Oh, like I said to you before, you tend to have this geezer lifestyle that you think you're living when you're really not. You're just a bit of a dick." I
Yeah, and
think.
it's like that true confidence that come I guess it's coming out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like it's just me, in me,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it? So I
yeah,
suppose in a
yeah,
way.
yeah.
So like, yeah, like I say, everything's going. I'd say 10 times better than what it was when I was drinking.
Amazing.
So,
And was there a moment when we was working together in that 100 days when everything just clicked for you, George?
yeah, like it was just working. Like it's still happening now.
Mm,
Like I'm in a routine of. I'd say from the off it worked, but in terms of actually making progress, I'd say probably the 50-day mark as well. I was like, right, this is really happening now. I'm
yeah,
doing well here. But
yeah,
also just having you there, even just I just needed a text or something and what have you. It's nice to know, and then it's also a boost because you're sort of working towards telling you, like in a way, sort of wanting to make you proud. Like, do you know what I mean?
great. Yeah, it's
You know what I
interesting
mean?
that, that
It's like,
human. I know exactly what you mean. It's that human contact, isn't it? And when I
yeah,
work with my coach, it's exactly the same. It's like, we kind of we just like cheering each other on. It's such an important thing, isn't it?
yeah, that's it. Yeah, and I hear it a lot off my girlfriend now as well. So it's like, I'm so proud of you, blah de blah. Or I've got a screenshot of because I've obviously got the app. I am sober, and that'll tell you months, etc.
Yeah.
and I'll screenshot it and I'll send it to a few people that I actually know care, and
Yeah.
it's like they'll message me back saying, "Oh, that's mint, that is."
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Send me
yeah.
an updated one. I'll put up my stories actually. Definitely.
So it's like, but in terms of like some of the lads, I'm going away to these golf weekends and stuff, and I'm getting a lot of grief off them, but I'm literally just like, do you know what? Don't care.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
before, I'd be like, oh, right, I don't know if I'm going to go actually, but I'm going to go and just be like, don't care what you got to say.
Yeah. It's
This is me.
interesting, isn't it? I totally get that. And I see that in the way I can, if people want to invite me out to stuff, if there's something I don't want to go to, I don't want to go to. And I don't really need to give a reason. I just don't want to go. Whereas I think before, maybe, I don't know if you feel this as well, George, but I'd have gone and had drinks to kind of get through the night.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Like I say, the works do. Luckily, I've made a good friend who I work with, but he's interested in golf, things that I'm interested in, and he didn't really want to drink, so we went to a simulator indoors. That's for a bloke
Nice.
he knows.
Yeah.
So I'm making friends that like what I like, and
Yeah.
also don't like the drinking side of things. So it's
Yeah. Really big insight, that.
come together pretty nice, to be honest.
Awesome.
Good
Yeah.
time.
And the final question, George, is what would you say to someone who was on the fence about working with me to start their alcohol-free journey?
I'd say 100% just go for it. Because if you're in two minds about drinking anyway, then you've obviously, I think you got a problem. Um, but it'll massively help you, Michael. It's one of them things that I've found very different to what I've done before. So I had a pretty clear path of what we were working towards and stuff from the off.
Mm.
And it's just every session's been a little bit different as well. So obviously you've got your 50-minute ones, your check-ins,
Yeah.
and even they just help just to keep you going through the weeks and the months. It's nice. You've made it easier than what it should have been, Mike, basically.
Amazing.
Easier.
Amazing.
And I appreciate everything you've done. It's been great.
Amazing. Thank you so much, George. Thank you so much. And
Um,
yeah, leave me to say, yeah, thanks so much. And yeah, have a great Christmas. And thanks
yeah,
again.
and you.
Cheers.